Hello everyone, Pop-Tart here. Welcome back to the Aeroteam channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build our Eurofighter Typhoon in 1:1 scale. This beautiful aircraft was designed by team member Mind,
Hello.
who you may recognize from some of our earlier tutorials.
Yes, and my very old build school.
So, let's have a look around then. Probably one of the most striking features of the Eurofighter Typhoon are the canards up at the front here, which is used for directional control rather than the conventional horizontal stabilizers at the back.
Same as on the Tupolev 114, the Concorde copy.
So that's not something that you see quite often in fighter aircraft.
Although it was quite popular during the 80s and 70s, I believe, with military design. However, newer aircraft, it's getting a bit old.
At the back here, we have the twin Eurojet EJ200 afterburning turbofans here. The engine intake for which is on the underside of the front down here.
Much like the F-16s, I believe, intake. If that is correct.
Yeah, we don't have room here to represent the split in the intake as well, unfortunately. But yeah,
We did our best at 1:1.
Building at 1:1 is very challenging, but rewarding in the end.
And if you want some cool tips, you can check out my time lapse, which should be uploaded before this tutorial comes out.
Yeah, building in 1:1 is one of our favorite scales to work with because although it is harder to represent details like this, it is much more challenging, and it gives a far better and more enjoyable product at the end.
And you end up being able to show just how skilled you are at building, which is one of the most important things when it comes to building.
Yeah.
And the planes just look way cooler. Like if I built this at 1.5:1, it just wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, we're able to use much more advanced building techniques at this scale. Speaking of which, as you've probably noticed by now, this build does make use of our custom Aeroteam texture pack, a link for which can be found in the description below for Minecraft 1.13. If you don't have access to the texture pack or world edit, normally I would show you how to do workarounds for the default pack, but this is going to be very complicated, especially at this scale, just due to all of the trapdoors and the vertical slab models and everything. I just broke something. I'm smart. You can still do your best to follow around in default without world edit using things like iron trapdoors or whatever, but please do keep in mind that it will not have the same feel at all.
And if you do find any solutions, please send it to us on Discord. It should be in the, you can contact any of us on Discord in the JCTV server, and hopefully we might have a private Aeroteam server at some point. Any of you guys are invested.
Definitely. Yeah, we'd love to see any workarounds you guys come up with for default, since we are building with a different texture pack. So, that is just about it, and I suppose without further ado, we can jump right into the tutorial. Alright, so, unlike our other tutorials, this is a small enough aircraft that we can just take this in one go, so I'm not going to be doing this in layers or anything like that, since we basically have just 5 blocks per layer. It's not a whole lot going on here. We should be able to complete this in no time. So, I'm going to start right down here at the engine intake and then just build my way up. If you are building this on the ground, you'll want to leave a 1 block gap space here between the aircraft here where we're starting and the ground. If you're building this in the air, then you don't have to worry about that at all. So, let's get started then. First thing we're going to do is grab a stone brick half slab right up here. Again, this is 1 block off from the ground. Next, we're going to take a dark oak trapdoor in the Aeroteam pack. This is a stone brick trapdoor texture, like this. In default, you can try to use an iron trapdoor again, but again, things might be off. You can try if you really want to, but yes, I would highly recommend using the Aeroteam texture pack. So we have these 2 dark oak trapdoors here flipped up on either side of the stone brick slab. Making our way back now, we can grab stone brick full blocks and place 4 going back here. 1, 2, 3, and 4, like so. Then this should be 3 stone top slabs going back. 1, 2, and 3. If that's wrong, I can fix it later. Working our way up from this here, we can place a stone brick full block on top of that half slab there. Come 1, 2, and 3 blocks forward, like so. Now to round off the nose here, we're going to switch over to our cobblestone slabs for the nose coloration. We're going to have a cobblestone full block right there, and a half slab coming off of that. Next, for the canards up here, we've got a bit of world edit trickery to work with here. So first thing we're going to do is, where we have these 4 stone brick full blocks here, on this second one back, place down a stone brick stair facing backwards, like this, and round that off with a stone brick stair facing out to the side towards the front. Next, place a stone brick slab out to the side of that stair there, then a top slab right there. Grab a stick and type the command /repl0. This will switch the stick over to your world edit replace tool, and you can select that top slab by clicking on it, like so. Knock that out now, and replace that stair facing sideways with a top slab, just like that. That will trick this stair here into staying a corner stair to round off that canard nicely, just like this. And we can do the same thing on the other side. So, stair out to the side, and round that off there. Slab and top slab, select that top slab, and replace. As easy as that. So, moving back now, we're going to place 1 more stone brick full block back. Then switch over to your stone brick stairs, and we're going to actually place stone brick stairs going all the way back here. This is so that we can keep these waterlogged, so that we can use our coral models here for the vertical half slabs without them dying off. So what we're going to do is place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, I believe it is. Yeah, 7 going back, like this. We can fill them up with water later on. But for now, what we're going to do is drop a black wool right there at the end for our Eurojet EJ200 engines again. Now grab your cobblestone slabs, place a top slab back from that stone brick top slab there, and a nether brick top slab back from that. We can get part of our vertical slabs done now. Grab your dead fire coral fan, and place these on either side of the black wool block lights. So these, since these are the dead coral fans instead of the normal coral, we can use them now without them dying off on us. So, next we can move back to the front here and start work on the canopy. For this, we're going to grab your nether brick slab. On top of this forward stone brick full block here, place a nether brick slab, full block going back again, and a slab. That's it for the canopy. Now place 3 stone brick slabs going back from that, and 2 dark oak trapdoor going back. Again, this is our stone brick texture on the dark oak trapdoor. And then a spruce trapdoor going back. And the spruce trapdoor is a cobblestone texture in the Aeroteam pack. Now we can work on our vertical stabilizer. So, slab back from that, stone brick there, and actually make this 2 going back with a button on the end right there. And let's see, take your dark oak trapdoors again and place these flipped downwards on the sides of the front of those, or on the first of those two stone brick full blocks there. Grab your stone brick stairs, place a stair on the last block of the two there. One upside down facing backwards from that, and then your dark oak trapdoor on top. That is everything for the vertical stabilizer. So, now we can get to work on the wings. Actually, we have a few more details to do first up at the front. So, let's see, right here, in line with this last nether brick slab of the canopy, place a dark oak trapdoor out to the side of that stone brick there, and instead of flicking this down, leave it straight out to the side here. And do the same on the other side, just like so. Next, grab your jungle buttons. In the Aeroteam pack, these are a white wool texture, like this. Place these behind your trapdoors, just like that, and we can throw those away now. In default, you can just use a stone button. But again, this is very nice for the detailing. So, the next thing we're going to actually do is build out the wings before placing the vertical half slabs in here, just so that we don't risk giving them any block updates after they're placed down. So,
One quick thing about the block updates, you do want to be very careful with this because it will mess up a lot of things if you update it incorrectly. I've had this happen to me a lot, and it's very annoying.
yeah, fixing block updated vertical slabs that constantly break is very, very painful. You don't want to be stuck with that. Actually, by leaving these center blocks here as waterlogged stairs, that should mitigate the risk quite significantly, but again, that isn't something we want to risk. So, yeah, we'll just build the wings out first. So, for this, grab a spruce trapdoor here. Again, this is your cobblestone trapdoor texture. Back from this dark oak trapdoor here vertically, place a spruce trapdoor right there, facing, or just out to the side. Let's grab your cobblestone slabs and place a cobblestone slab back from that. This is for the detailing on the leading edge of the wing here as we work our way back. Actually, my bad, we don't, I'm getting ahead of myself, we don't place down a cobblestone top slab right there yet. Place down a second spruce trapdoor out at an angle from that there. Now we'll place down a cobblestone top slab back from this. And then two cobblestone top slabs out diagonally. 1 and 2, like so. Now that we have that in place, we can start filling up the wing. So, actually place a stone brick slab back from that cobblestone top slab there. Bring this in 1, actually 4 across here to meet up with the fuselage again here, and then 2 stone brick top slabs back from that. So you have this nice 2-2 staggering slope here at the back of the wing. So, next, let's see, we have some more world edit trickery for the wing here. So, actually, this doesn't come in until later. That's surprising. So, we can just fill up the wing with our stone brick top slabs here, apart from, let's see, 1 block here. So, back from this, let's see, this cobblestone top slab here, at an angle out right here, place down a stone brick stair facing towards the center, upside down, just like this, and then a stone brick slab forward. That's a hardpoint mounting for the missiles on the wings. And lastly, to finish off the wings here, grab your dark oak trapdoors again, and from this cobblestone top slab here, place 1, 2, and 3 of these back right here. Now going towards the front, skip this last one and place 1, 2, and 3 more towards the front. That'll finish off the wingtip nicely. And now we can just do the same thing on the other side. So we have our spruce trapdoor there, one more at an angle with a cobblestone slab behind it. 1 and 2 diagonally like so. Stone brick slab back. 3 across towards the center and 2 across right there to finish that off. Next, your stone brick stair facing towards the center right there, with your stone brick top slabs all around to fill in the wing. And again for our wingtips, 1, 2, and 3 dark oak trapdoors back, 1, 2, and 3 towards the front. That's all there is to it for the wings, not a whole lot. So now we can finish off the vertical slabs here to finish off this fuselage. So, alongside all of these stairs here, just place down solid blocks of any type. These are just temporary blocks. I'm using stone brick, but you can use anything you want. Next, we actually have to remove some of this here to access these stairs again. My apologies for that, but shouldn't be too hard to place these all in afterwards on top. Next thing we're going to do is grab your water bucket and just waterlog all of these stairs like so. This will keep our bubble coral fan and fire coral fans alive so that they don't die off and turn the fuselage red, which is something that we have had fights with before, so we don't want that to happen for you. Before we start placing these down, we might as well just cap off the top of the fuselage once more, since we have everything waterlogged nicely now. So, for this, again, just grab your stone brick slabs. We have 1, 2, and 3 going back right here. 2 dark oak trapdoors there, and a spruce trapdoor on the top. Then a stone brick slab and a stone brick full block right there. And that will fill off the top nicely. So now for our vertical slabs along the side of the fuselage here. Just grab your fire coral fan, place that down, and grab it with your stick. Replace tool. Again, that's /ripple 0 to switch it over if you don't have it from the canards anymore, but yeah, once you have that, you should be able to now just replace that temporary block nicely like so.
Take a shot every time Pop-Tart says repel.
Why are you mean to me? Yep. So yeah, for our vertical stone brick slabs now, just place that down and we'll do the same thing again. So grab that with your replace tool and just drop that all the way down. And once you have that, that should be everything for the fuselage. So we'll just do this on the other side here. Place down a fire coral fan, grab that with a replace tool, and replace that right there for the cowling of the engine. And then your bubble coral fans to round off the stone brick fuselage. And just drag that all the way down the front. And with that, your in-flight variant of the Eurofighter Typhoon is complete. So, all we have left to do now are the landing gear. For our landing gear here, again, if you are building this in-flight in the air, you wouldn't need to put these in, but if you are building this on the ground, the landing gear is what we will add in now. So, one thing I'd like to mention quickly is that we are using wither skeleton skulls for the landing gear, since they are the correct size and shape for miniature wheels in this scale. We also have used a special custom skull in the past, but in this instance of the build here, I'm using wither skeleton skulls. If I ever dig up the command to get that player skull, you can probably find that in the description down below. If there's nothing in the description down below, that's because I haven't found it. But yeah, for all of our purposes, the wither skeleton skull would work, will work perfectly fine. So let's just start with the front landing gear here. Underneath the engine intake right here, place down a wither skeleton skull. Actually, you can probably place this facing backwards, like this, so that you don't have an ugly face showing towards the front of the build. There you go, like that. So this is underneath the engine intake right here. Next, for the strut, grab a lever and place that one block backwards right there. And make sure this is facing, or flipped towards the front. And you'll want to make sure to flick those spruce trapdoors out to the side if you do power the lever like that to maintain the wing shape. So that is actually it there is for the front landing gear. There's really not a whole lot to it for this. Very tiny. So, our wing landing gear are a bit more complex because we have some world edit trickery to put in here. Even more, I know. So, for this, what we're going to do is, where we have, let's see, let's just hop down underneath the wing right here. From this stonework stair facing towards the center of the aircraft, fill up that block in front of it there with a stone brick full block for your, well, that'll just be a temporary block, which we will paste in over. But that's just so that we don't mess up that stair at all as we're placing new stairs in there for this. So, what we want now is another stair facing towards the center with only the forward quadrant visible. So for this we're going to just place down a stone brick upside down stair facing towards the center just anywhere around the build right here. And then we're going to curve this off by placing a stone brick stair facing backwards out to the outside of the aircraft like this. Grab this with your replace tool and just drop that over the temporary block that we had in place there. Once you have that, you can knock out all of that there. And I hope we won't have this update on us. So for the rest of the landing gear now, what we're going to do is place down a wither skeleton skull facing forwards underneath this upside down stair here, the outermost one. And then we have the strut to put in that connects with that quadrant of the stone brick stair there to finish it off. So for this we're going to place down a solid block in front of that gear there, a lever out to it towards the center, make sure it's facing up like this. Select this with World Edit and type //move 1 to move it towards the center. This is so that it doesn't give that stair any block updates. If we were to just place that in with the technique we've been using previously, grabbing it with the replace tool and dropping it in over a temporary block, that would give that stair a block update and we would lose the quadrant bit that we have going on here for the support strut. Anyways, that is it for the landing gear. So all we have left to do now is to do this on the other side. So come over here, and where we have this stone brick upside down stair here, place down a second stone brick slab underneath for that full block right there for our temporary block. And you'll do the same thing over here, so your upside down stair facing towards the center of the aircraft, and an upside down stair facing backwards right here. Select that corner stair with the replace tool, drop that over the temporary block there, a wither skeleton skull underneath that upside down stair, and come down here, place a temporary block again, your lever, and move this one block backwards into place. And you can clear that temporary block now. And that is everything for the Eurofighter Typhoon. So, congratulations on completing this aircraft. We hope that you enjoy building it, and we hope that you enjoy having it in your Minecraft world. Thank you so much for choosing an Aeroteam design. Hundreds of hours of work from all of us here at the Aeroteam go into all of our aircraft to make these designs possible. And on that note, we do ask that if you use our designs, then please do give us credit for our hard work. If you are building this on a server, or if you're building an airport project or something you intend to publish or share in any way, you must give credit to the Aeroteam for these designs. This can be accomplished as easily as placing a sign somewhere around the build saying, "Designed by the Aeroteam." If you Share this anywhere on social media, which you should definitely feel free to, by the way. Just give us credit. That's all that we ask. And if you have built this aircraft, let us know. We'd love to see how you're using our designs. So, with that all out of the way, that concludes this tutorial. Again, thank you so much for building this aircraft. If you enjoyed, you can check out our other tutorials via the playlists in the description below. If you like this, you might find something else from us that you'll like too. And if you do find that to be the case, then please do consider subscribing to the Aeroteam channel to be the first to see our new aircraft when they come out. That's just about it though, so thank you all for watching, and we will see you in the next one.